what's up? A little bit of a build update and talk about the league and like my opinions and just basically how I feel about the league so far. There's some background. We're gonna be running like random T12 map on my build right now, and yeah. So the league mechanic, I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying doing it, especially when I'm in red maps because my you're gonna see probably soon that even then the specters just like the build just completely annihilates it. Getting unending hunger for getting soul eater for your specters is insane because of the amount of mobs they spawn. So I would recommend that before anything else if you're playing in trade league. Just buy that. It's insane. And I'm leveling some gems because before I went to sleep, I flipped most of my gems. So yeah, I think that the only issues I have really with the league mechanic right now is that it can be a bit laggy. Well, very laggy actually. I've had the only times I've had to bail out from the mechanic is when it got so laggy, like during like Nemesis, that I was afraid of dying to volatiles or something like that. So yeah, that and then I guess it can be very inconsistent sometimes. So that sometimes, for example, in this map, you'll see that it's be absolutely fine, and then in some maps, the portals spawn like right next to the the pump, and they just like you spawn like 5 rares, and then just like immediately fail it. So I guess they need to add like some minimum distance to uh the portals for this, and yeah. Then I guess another one is that when you get close to Kasia, I love her singing and then like going, oh, like it gets surprised though. But yeah, the you can't immediately like start the encounter. You have to wait like a second for the her to stand up, and then it becomes available. So I wish we could start it immediately there. Oh yeah, and if you didn't see, down here, where's my cursor? There, down here, like right above your skills or the shop, is a like the bottom from synthesis where it allows you to skip the starting time. Like it gives you time to set up your board, like the towers if you want to. But I usually just I probably depending it depends a bit. But most of the time I'll just skip it, and yeah, it just makes the fight start faster. And I feel like if you're absolutely destroying the mechanic, the mob should spawn a bit faster. Sometimes there's like some weird waiting time because you're just waiting for more monsters to spawn. But yeah, I'm having fun. And then the biggest issue is the clusterfuck. This is especially big in the blighted maps. It's just like it's impossible to see anything. I can like I'm playing a build that has some issues with visibility anyway, like already, and then you add the add the league mechanic on top of that, and it's like impossible to see stuff sometimes. It's crazy. Like when we did the blighted map, there was another summoner with me using SRS, and we weren't even on the same screen. Like we were like literally like apart from each other. It was like literally impossible to see anything. Uh, so I kind of hope they tune down. I don't know what they could do. Maybe they would have to limit how many monsters spawn or something like that to reduce the potential lag. Maybe there's something else for that. I feel like in blighted maps at least there's way too many totems. Like way too many towers. Sorry. It's just like your whole map is just like your whole screen is like literally just towers. And they could maybe like tune down a bit like the effects on ground, and then just tower effects in general. I think just they take so much space on your screen, and then they're just like massive at the same time. But I'm having fun. Like I'm not just like randomly putting totems. I'm kinda well. I've got like a I'm gonna say a specific way I'll usually do it. So I'll use the 1-2, depending like the layout, of course. So obviously I try to always use the buff totem, like the tower, sorry, chill, and shock. Because shock also it leaves a shocking crown, so it increases my damage. It has chill for slow, and then like those 3 towers are the main, and then on top of that I usually do like fire. And then from those, it's usually already done. And obviously, if I have resistant mobs,
glad you made it back.
Like resistant lanes, then I'll do some other stuff. But yeah, I'm level 91 now. My gear is tabula. I have a level 24 Spectre, so 20 +1 from my weapon. This weapon is actually pretty crazy. I have Bones of War. I don't really need them anymore, but that's kind of like whatever. I used this originally to get level 21, to get the third Spectre. My link right now: Feeding Frenzy, Combustion, Spell Echo, GMP, and Pierce. I will eventually probably drop out of Solar Guards for either the Act 5 Lightning guys or the recent Wall Automated guys, and then go Physical to Lightning on Skeletons. Right now they are just Wall Skelly, minion damage, Death Mark, which I don't use enough, and Added Fire. I have 2 skills on my secondary hotbar that I actually should be using actively. The Death Mark and then the Bone Armor, which looks really cool actually.
Blessings.
It's just basically a steel skin, but also for minions. Normally, I actually am running Quant gear. I just forgot to change these because I did Red Elder yesterday before I took off. But yeah, Victoria's Charity is actually insane, even if you don't have Necromancer Aegis, because it gives a friend charges on hit, and I'm using GMP Ball Lightning. It gets the charges up like that. Also, the duration of Skellies is like 43 seconds, so I can actually have my skeletons have the frenzy charges as well, as long as I, not like respawn them like crazy. My Anime Guardian right now is using Clearcast, Victorious, then it has some random helm for a bit of resist, ambush charge, and then the life regen shield.
Oh, bless.
Eventually, I would like to get him a Kingmaker, because it gives crit multi to nearby allies. Culling Strike, and well, Fortify is nice, because I'm using my Meat Shield for my Animated Guardian and Stone Golem, and the Animated Guardian stays really close to me, so that could give me a Fortify, which is just insane. And that would allow me to give my allies power charges as well with the Culling Strike, and without ever taking Necromancer Aegis, and the crit multi is just insane as well. Let me show you the item in case you don't know. So this is actually the best in slot like damage weapon for my Anime Guardian. So it has nearby allies have rarity, Culling Strike, 50 crit multi, and Fortify. So 4 good stats. 3 of them are like actually insane stats. And you create this with Soul Taker, Heartbreaker, and Orb of Fusing. on a vendor. So highly recommend this on any kind of hit-based mini build. And here's my skill tree. So I have Unending Hunger. I have Anointed Ravenous Horde. It was pretty cheap to do. Oh yeah, tip for that. So what I did when I was trying to fight an Anoint is I opened the skill tree, and then you open the inventory inside here, and then you just have all of your oils here. And that way it's pretty easy to find. But yeah, here's some like the rest of the skill tree. Just basically go for the decent notables. Death Attunement is another thing you could anoint. That's like, what, it's 4 travel points, and then 4 points. This is a bit of leech, some damage, and survivability. While I could take 2 points here instead. So instead of 8 points, that would be 2 points. Keep that. Even though this is really nice node. That's basically like 40% movement speed for my Spectres, which is not important right now with the Solar Guards, but with some other Spectres it's gonna be pretty good. Also just damage and yeah. Then I go down here. They buffed the chemistry clusters by giving them flask effect. So previously I was already like, I kind of want to take this, especially arcane chemistry, and now I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna take it. It gives you the resist tool. Went down here. I'm in process of taking Soul of Steel right now. I passed that, it's just like 2-point jewel, 2-point jewel, there's 3-point jewel. And yeah. Speaking of jewels, I have a, life mana, blind. I got pretty lucky with this. Life taunt and hinder, and then the unending hunger here right now. For ascendancies, Mister of Sacrifice. It's pretty good for flesh offering. I mean, it's also pretty good for every other offering. Minus aggression, under strength for the +2. Eventually, I'm actually planning on dropping this out for Plaguebringer, because if you do use corpses on top of a boss, yeah, that's some. Oh wait, actually, it would be like this is for it, but I don't think I'm ever gonna go for here. You could potentially drop Bone Barrier, but I like the physical resist. I actually use the skill, but eventually I would wanna use Bone Bolt and Shell. So in that case, you could drop like all of this and go all the way to Corpse Pact for the shocks and chills, which is really strong. Or good also everything here is good pretty much. The only one I don't consider taking at all is Essence Glutton. I like the new mods on the flasks. Mana flask can have flask effect is not removed at full mana, so this actually just runs on. So I'm just right now I'm permanently immune to bleed, and my mana pool is just. I never really lose any mana pretty much. I should probably even take like some mana scaling because I know I'm get even more tanky. But yeah, eventually I'll want to take out from here. Go for Bringer for the reduced damage, and it's also more damage. Even though this is more damage, but this is damage reduction. But we'll see what I'll do. Basically, you could easily go here, but this requires you to actually actively cast your corpses on top of the things you wanna kill. Yeah, there's the build right now. The +1 level of all spell gems is pretty good. Let's gonna leave with that. And my Atlas is pretty nice. I'm already like 85 bonus. If I show you my quest tracking, I'm already at 13 paper orbs. I'll probably just actually leave you with my Elder fight at the end of this video. And yeah, right now my plan is to complete everything past T30, like everything up to T10 and everything above T12. So only have a T11 and 12 as a tower and a belfry, maybe lair, it has some really good div cards, and then just run it occasionally. I'm planning to elder my cemetery away into a T16. Then I'm just running tower and a belfry. Belfry is so good for the chaos cards, and it drops the new ring base Vermilion, which goes up to 70% life. So that's gonna be nice, especially if you get the one with influence. And I'm planning to flip flop influence here. More about that later down the line when I get there. But yeah. Next up, we start pushing towards Shaper. And yeah, I haven't really been doing too many of these yet. Especially Sulfite, because I want to save it for when they fix the bug. Currently there's like a bug that some of the nodes don't work and you just end up wasting Sulfite. Oh, and yeah, okay, quick tip about I guess PSA from this. If you use the Sana mod, so let's say I want to talk to Sana, use the Atlas mission, put like a T5 map here, and use the shape T10 map, it actually uses the yellow mission instead of the white mission, so you can actually use all, like, if you want to use the white missions, you actually have to run it as a white map. You can't do the shaping thing for that. And I guess one more tip about this, like for your general Atlas progression, use your white Sana missions on T5 maps, use your yellows on T10s or maybe T9s, and obviously once you start getting reds, ideally them in like the high reds. But for progression, the T5 is so nice on Sana, and I used like 2 yellow missions on T10s, and I kickstarted my red pool from those 2 Sana missions. So that's really strong, and makes progressing Atlas even easier. But yeah, I think this is it for my build update, and then just general thoughts about the league. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Oh, I forgot to give my guys friendly charges. It's bad, man. Yo, Shaper with friendly charges. That's great. I wonder if it makes it go faster. Probably not.
And this one you can buffer my door. Place on that bot next to him, even more. Intense boss fight game.
Hit someone. Yeah. Seriously, the 40 plus second scale is so nice for keeping friendly charges. Honestly, I can just do that. Bye.
To me, Exile, quickly!
Neblock.
So that
Immediate level
was
5
the
is kind of
Elder. What
God damn it.
terrible